there's got to be something to tell you like that's probably not okay, right? For a fighter to be thinking those types. I mean, you're almost reverse manifesting.
You have intrusive thoughts. You have, you know, we all as humans, you know what I mean? Like I have intrusive thoughts all the time. It's like,
how do you combat it though?
Wash it with a good thought. You know what I mean? Like clean thoughts, dirty thoughts, you know, wash it out. But for me, going to the UFC Performance Institute, you know, I keep going back to this. It's just a phenomenal. We were never showed to like, you know, my mom raised us, you know, she gave us tough love. So it was always kind of like, you know, emotion. You know, it was, you know, she did what she had to do to get us a good start in life. So for being able to go talk about your emotions and how you're feeling, like we're world champions. We're in the toughest sport, and I didn't call it a sport. You know, we fight. You know, we're fighters. We're modern day gladiators. So we go in there. We have to shut off all those kind of emotions. You know, to go in there and get your body ready for what's going to happen in 3 or 5 rounds. You know, so for me, it's like I felt not engaged. You know what I mean? Like I felt like thinking, oh, I'm going to get to this fight, do this. This is my career. This is my, you know, how I make a living. So I started going to a sports therapist at the UFC Performance Institute. They have a sports therapist, Micah. He played in MLB, and I've been working with him almost 3 years now about being engaged, like senses, like, hey, like when you start not focused on what's in front of you, you know, you got this guy that's trying to kill you, you know, basically. He's trying to, you know, knock you out, submit you, break your arm, whatever. When you're thinking about, hey, what am I doing after the fight? Oh, I got this after party I'm going to, you know, like, hey, like reverting back to like sight, smells, feeling, you know what I mean? So when I get in the cage, you know, Rampage, that canvas is gritty. You know, you feel it on your feet, and then I grab the cage. It's a still cage covered in rubber. You know, it's still a steel cage. You know, so I do little things that get me grounded into like the present. You know, when my mind starts to drift, or I have those intrusive thoughts. Like, you know, I'll be in the fight sometimes too. I'm like, damn, man, that fucking kick hurt. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, like. You know, this is crazy. You have some crazy thoughts. Like, or you see something in the crowd, like, you know, like he said, like how he didn't even know Kobe knew who he was. Like, we have entertainers from the highest level coming to watch us fight. Oh, bro. And you'll be like, oh shit, there's a Rock, or you know, whoever.
You think they're right in the fight?
Well, I remember last fight I saw Theo. He was like upping my Theo Vaughn. I'm like, I mean, he's great. He's a great comedian, super funny. And I was getting ready. We're the first fight. So for me, I never fought in the first fight. So it was just the whole day I didn't do the warm up.
300?
300, yeah. And in the back room, you have Jim Miller in the back. I have a bunch of guys because we shared the locker room for to get warmed up, the mats, right? I didn't bring up music. So I'm like, I'm the first fight. I'm not bringing this shit. Like, and I'm like, guys, you guys have this energy. Everyone's just chilling. I'm like, let's get this, you know, energy going. Like sometimes you room with a guy that's got good energy. It's like, yeah, you know, you're like, yeah, you're going to battle, you know, not together, but you're kind of together. Like, man, when we leave the locker room, you walk in the curtains pool, you're walking to the octagon. So it was just a weird, like, very quiet. And I was like, just different. So I'm like, I got to start this shit myself. So I go out there and fight, and like the same thing. I'm like getting ready to fight. And next thing I know, I'm like, I thought Theo was part of my corner. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm like, yeah, you know, because you do the send off before, you know, give the daps, you know, before you go to battle. And Theo's there. He's just like, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking like, how funny is this dude? And I'm like, oh, what's up, Theo? You know, yeah. And then I got Davison, you know, the God of War, like ready to go. I'm like, snap back into it. So little things that you have to like, you know, just kind of revert or do.
Bro, I used to hate sharing locker rooms with people. We did that in Pride. We shared a locker room with a bunch of people. In K1, they had a bunch of different people. It's all different energies. But UFC, I don't remember sharing locker rooms with a lot of different people. But I used to hate it.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. Different energies in there because certain people approach fights different.
Some people are crying. Some are
crying before a fight.
You'd be surprised, dude.
Wow.
I won't name some of the people.
Yeah.
I looked at this one kid. It was my UFC debut, and he's had probably 6 or 7 fights, and I'm like, dude, this dude was crying. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man? He's like, oh man, I'm just nervous, dude. I'm like, nervous, bro. You gotta have the best job in the world. Like, be thankful you go on the stage and perform, and you know. But everyone's different, you know.
And some people throw up before they
throw up. You know.
You ever throw up before a fight?
No. But I remember one time I was real nervous, and I put my mouthpiece in. Then I'm like,
oh yeah, it's all dry. I can wet it down.
Yeah,